and welcome to A Better Place. As I mentioned in our program before, we will be speaking to Mischu Laikah Richardson once again in part 2 of this segment. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
It's a wireless system, cable WTN, go digital WTN, with local TV channel 10. Call and make a date, 542-5898. Down by Oversea Building, Ruby and staff waiting. 48 channel, hosting with plenty more coming. News and sports from all over. Novella, Creole and Patois. Local thing is priority soon. Papiament and Taki-Taki. WTN channel TV 10. We'll always be your friend. Check out the scene, we have the best rate. 542-5898. Hey man! WTN K1.
Hi, and welcome back to A Better Place. As I mentioned in the intro, we will be having our part 2 today with Mischu Laikah Richardson. In this segment, we will be talking about her singing career, amongst other things. Mischu, welcome back to A Better Place.
Thank you.
So now we're going to get to talk about the long-awaited topic, your singing career.
Yeah.
How did you get started with singing? How old were you when you first started?
I was 3 when I went to music school. My mom, she always thought culture and dance and all that was really important. So she put us in music school and ballet since we were 3. And yeah, that was just basically learning how to clap in rhythm and, and fun stuff for kids. And then, you play the flute. And then you had to choose an instrument. And I chose guitar because she plays guitar. My uncle plays guitar, and I thought it was a logical choice.
Family tradition.
Yeah, because there was already a guitar in the house. So, I chose guitar, and then ever since, I've just been busy with music.
Okay, so music runs in the family as well.
Yeah, it sure does.
Good. All right, so singing now.
Mm-hmm.
How old were you when you first graced the stage?
Ooh. I think about 10 or 11 at a school play. And that's when I was still living in Holland, and I got one of the lead roles of the girl, the girl. And that's when I had to sing a couple lines, and it's all very animated, And then we moved to St. Martin in '96. I was 12, and I did ballet here for a bit. I went to Bali with Clara. I went to Motions for a bit too. And MPC started a choir. And so I joined the choir, and I loved it. I loved it, because that's what I used to do at home. Yeah. Harmonize with my sisters. I tell them, you sing that, and then we sing together. So I love the choir, and then I competed in a talent show in 2002. I represented Havverio MPC in the talent showdown, and I won. And that kind of jump-started everything, and the feel of being comfortable with the stage since I was 3, and it never really left.
Can I ask you something? It's a bit personal.
You can ask me a personal question.
So you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
So
but
if I say no.
What I remember about that situation is, was your family involved in, or was your house at one time with the fire?
Yeah.
Was that around the same time that you were singing in this competition?
Yeah.
See, that's how I remember it, because it was all about the fact that I think that you still went out and you sang, even though the situation that you were in.
I remember it was the Friday, I think. Actually, it was February 14th, 2002. It was Valentine's Day when my house burned down in Belvedere. And I thought it was a joke. I thought when my neighbor called me, he was like, Mischu, your house burning down. And if he didn't use a bad word, I would not have believed him.
Right.
I swear. So I was really upset. And I went to my sisters, and I thought, I don't know, maybe they left a fan on or something. So I'm walking through school, and I'm going to I remember Meneer Aventure, and I was teaching my sister, and another teacher was teaching my other sister, and I told him, Meneer, we need to go because my house is burning down now. Went to Meneer Rogers, and he told us, okay, we can go, and we're walking with like roses and teddy bears and chocolates, catching a bus from MPC, going to like Seger's Gut side, and then
to take a bus to the Dutch Quarter.
And then I remember driving up the hill, going down, and I see smoke. Yeah, so I was like, that's our house, and the bus stops every 2 seconds because someone's like, stop here, please, stop. I just felt like screaming and telling them, my house is burning down, we need to go. Anyway, this was like 2 days before. I think the show was February 16th. It was 2 days before the show, and I remember Michael Granger calling me and saying, Mischu, if you don't want to do the show, I totally understand. I was like, dude, do you know how hard we've been practicing? Do you know how hard we've been preparing for this? And, you know, for us to represent, I'm still going to do it. And a house is just a house. The only sucky thing was that we lost a lot of, like, personal things that you would want to, you know, pictures, you know, that really hurt. But for the rest, we were all fine. And I was going to compete, and I won by just a couple points, and it was all about performance.
Right.
And that's really where it started. And you know, the fact that the house burned down, that was nothing.
But that's what I can remember, you know, that's how I remembered you.
Yeah.
You know, because there was this sensationalism around the whole,
kind of crazy.
You know, winner of the talent showdown, you know, parents, family just experienced this and still managed to, you know, overcome and come out and sing and win, you know. So that's how I remember you and remember you participating in this singing competition. So that's how it really started for you. So tell us, and now, what happened after that?
Girl. So much. You know, I've always continued having music in my,
Not to cut you across.
No,
so
sure.
you won the competition. What was your prize?
A big trophy.
Okay.
And the honor and the name,
Right.
and I got some, we got a computer sponsored by CompuServe, I think it was back then. And Mr. Heiliger as well assisted us because of what had happened. Right. And that was it. I had the honor, the name, and this awesome trophy that I still own, that I still have. And I'm so proud of it, you know.
So that prompted you to continue singing.
Yeah.
And how did you continue singing in the choir? How long were you here before you went back to Holland to study?
I was here for 1 year longer.
Okay.
When I won.
Okay. So, well, you know what? Always again, we have to take a break. So when we come back, we'll talk about, you know, how your career transformed after having won that competition.
Yeah, sure.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
EBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, Saba, and Statia, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Hi, and welcome back to A Better Place. So, Mischu, I'm all smiles because now we get to talk about the juicy part, you know.
Juicy.
What transformed, what transpired, and in the last segment, we'll talk about where you are today.
Yeah.
But the competition was actually like the stepping stone for you, and you continued singing. Tell us what you continue to do in your singing career and you know, how it took you to where you are today?
Yeah, well, it never died down. You know, I couldn't
Right.
shake it. um, it's always been a part of me, and I'm always the clown of the family. I always have been. And I've always been entertaining everyone, making people feel good. And I detest awkward silences, so I just go and do something stupid, you know? Just to have people laugh and smile and feel good. And, you know, I just started writing songs with my sister. And we started going to the studio and spending money to go to the studio. So all these people in Holland, all these producers, they were like, "Where are these two girls investing in, you know, recording some ridiculous songs?" You know, like we used to do reggae and dance hall. And it was just a whole lot of fun, you know, and we actually just started investing in it. And my sister, she decided to stop singing because we used to sing together.
Really?
Yes.
This is which one? The
Roxy.
one after you?
Yeah, the one
Okay.
after me, yeah. And she decided to stop. She wanted to focus on the media entertainment world behind the scenes instead of being in the forefront. And I was like, no, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to continue. And since 2008, I've just been performing under my own name. And that was a road of trial and major error, and trial and error again, and trial. And it taught me so much, and having done everything as much as I could have myself, you know, and still persevere and still making sure that I don't settle for less. You know, it's just a tough one, I'm gonna lie.
Yeah. So now you're singing. You have you left St. Martin. You went to the Netherlands. Did you leave with the aspiration to become a singer, a professional singer, or
No.
did you leave with the aspiration to become a doctor? Because I think I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, I wanted to be a dermatologist.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like skin obsessed. Skin and hair and nails obsessed. Really weird, actually. But I wanted to do that really bad, and I've always wanted to be Dr. Richardson.
Another Dr. Richardson? We have many.
I know, but it's so nice. I love it.
Right.
But I've always been very much into skin, and I wanted to focus on that, but I could not get the music off my mind. And, you know, with the amount of time and effort you would have to go into, that would have to go into your studies, and doing the music or the entertainment on the side, it's just not possible.
No?
And,
You tried it, didn't work.
Yeah, no. I would not be able to give my all in this or my all in that. It'd be 50-50 all, and that's not what I don't like to work like that. So I decided, you know what? My godmother was 28 when she started to study to become a doctor. So I'm going to give myself until 28 to try this music thing out, because if I don't, I might regret it later. And I prefer not to live with regret. Everything that I do, I willfully chose to do. So I decided to do it, and now I'm stuck. I love it, and it's going
working
pretty well. It's going pretty well.
But I mean,
Yeah.
28 is still pretty young. So I still believe and that is something else too, you know, motivates other people, that age is a number. And if you have the mental health, emotional strength to achieve, then, I mean, if you decided somewhere down the line that, okay,
I'm
now I want to
still
take a
gonna
break
be-
from them, you can still study that, I believe. I mean, how long does it take to become a dermatologist? 8, 10 years?
About, yeah.
So
That's
Dr.
okay, I
Richardson might still be in the making. But let's get back to the singing. You gave workshops here, like we discussed in a previous program. Did you ever do anything here with the youngsters on vocals or voice as well?
Never yet, not as yet. I stumbled into the auditions for the National Youth Choir, totally by accident, about a month and a half ago or so. And I went into the John Larmley Center to see if I could speak to Clara about using the location for a workshop. And she told me, oh, but we're quite busy now. We're having auditions for the youth choir. I'm like, what? You know, that's like right up my alley. And I just asked if I could sit there and be a fly on the wall, just listen and enjoy it. And she told me that I had to ask the director, and he told me, okay, you can stay on one condition: if you do something with the kids. I was like, what? I'm not prepared. But it was so fun. It was so much fun to see all these kids and have them be auditioned to be part of the choir, that I had to do the same, you know?
Yes.
And I eventually had to do something with them, and we sang a song from Bruno Mars, Grenade. And I had 2 groups harmonizing, doing the backings, and I had 4 kids come to the front and sing, I will catch a grenade for you, so that everyone would like kind of hear what they are capable of, you know, the people that were actually judging them.
Right.
But it was so much fun, and they had to move and snap, and I was like, ooh, this is also really nice to do. So I'm not afraid of trying to do that as well, because kids
No,
are
because
just
listen,
great.
and not only are they great, but we have, which I know you know, we have some awesome, talented
Tremendous.
youth on St. Martin, and it's across the board. It's not only with singing, it's just with everything.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
a lot of talent in St. Martin. You know, that's probably another show we can start. St. Martin's Got Talent.
Hey, what?
Because St. Martin definitely has talent.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, from the youngest, because I direct the children's choir, and we started when we first started 10 years ago with the age 4, being 4, and my daughter started when she was 2. So we actually now take kids that once they're singing, they can join. But we continue talking about the singing
I
and
love
you know
it.
about what you did in terms of your concert while you were here.
Yeah.
When we come back in our final segment already.
Sure.
Stay tuned, we will be right back.
When I say Xerox, I know what you're thinking. Transit fares, as in the 37 billion transit fares we help collect each year. No. Oh, right. You're thinking of the 1.6 million daily customer care interactions Xerox handles, or the 900 million health insurance claims we process. So it's no surprise to you that companies depend on today's Xerox for services that simplify how work gets done, which is pretty much what we've always stood for. With Xerox, you're ready for real business.
Hi, and welcome back to A Better Place. So, Mischu, this is our final segment of the
Yeah.
program, and we're going to talk about the fact that you actually came to St. Martin for your concert called Back to My Roots. Tell us
Yeah.
about the whole recording process of that CD, how it came about, and how your experience was on St. Martin.
The recording process was very interesting. I had acquired or written 30 songs over the years, and I had 30 songs to choose from. And once the songs were chosen, the album was basically recorded within 3 months. So that went very, very soon once I decided to actually do it. And that's always been the thing, like, am I gonna do it? Am I gonna go? Am I gonna jump? Am I gonna go? You know? Is it gonna be good enough? You know? And after releasing that, I decided, you know what? I would love to come home. I'd love to come home and perform here and show home what I do and what I've been working on for all these years. And I came up with this Back to My Roots tour concept, and not only just perform, but give back, you know, whatever that means. Just share my inspiration and be able to give a couple of shows to the kids for free. And then when we did the show with the elderly
Oh God,
and
that
the
was
Sister
awesome.
Basilia kids, that show, I have never in my life had goosebumps for an entire show while I'm singing myself, because the people, the way that they were receiving and came down to dance with us, that was just amazing. And just the fact that I love my music and that other people love it, that's the most rewarding thing ever. And I can't ask for more than that. And my goal is just to continue and hope that if I do what I love, people will appreciate that and can't appreciate that.
So how many CDs do you have left? Because I told you we're going to work on getting all of these CDs sold. Because your CDs, your songs are just really awesome. I told you, I mean, you heard it when you drove with me, that I play it all the time.
Yeah.
My daughter, like I told you, you're having her on your show with you because she knows at least
amazing.
3 of these songs
By heart.
by heart already. And she tells me her favorite song is Winner.
Oh, really?
And that should tell you something about, you know, what that song does. My favorite song is I Love Dreams and Strong Woman.
Strong Woman, yeah.
You know, so she loves Strong Woman, of course, as well.
Yeah,
I
'cause
said,
she
but if
doesn't
she
really have a
sings
choice.
it, if she sings it, though, 1 or 2 little phrases might have to change because we can't have a 3-year-old singing some of those things, you know. But the song, you know, all of your songs are really inspiring. They're touching.
Thank you.
They're awesome. It puts you really in a relaxed mood. In the morning when I go to the gym, I put on your CD.
Are you for
No, I'm for
real?
real because it really relaxes me. Open all my windows because it's early in the morning and I
That's
listen
amazing.
to Mischu's songs, you know. And so we have to, they've been playing your music on radio because I've heard it shopping in Grand Marché. So, you know, you're out there. But I think we need to really push it more.
Yeah.
And get everyone listening to Mischu on their way
Yeah.
to work,
That'd be nice.
you know, on their way to church, on their way to the gym, you know, because it's really, really good. So how did you now experience your concerts that you did? You did the concert for the Sister Basilia Center and
the
handicaps,
the
which,
elderly.
you know, I was there and it was awesome. I mean, it was so
beautiful.
amazing to see these older people come down and dance with you. And really dance, you
Yeah.
know, and all of the handicapped children, how they
Yeah.
were really into it, you know. So that one I experienced. I also experienced your second concert, but how was that for you?
Oh, that was a dream come true. And the most amazing thing is that I tell everyone you have to make your own dreams come true, and I made my own dream come true. I stood on the Maho Theater on that stage with my band that flew over from Holland to perform for my people at home. There is nothing better than that. And it was amazing, and the response I got from the crowd and the participation of all the other artists that were in my show, the local artists that were in the show. And the footage is amazing. I have a lot, and I'll be releasing some of it soon.
Great,
It's just going to be edited. And I look forward to many more of those kind of experiences, you know, being able to share my stuff with people. The morning after was also really amazing. We did the free show for high school kids, and we had all the high school kids were like sectioned off in
Right.
different places, and MPC represented, and Academy, you know, and some of those youngsters came on stage to sing with my band.
Oh, nice, nice. And I like the
That was
concept.
amazing.
You did that they actually had to write an essay
Yeah.
about their dreams,
Yeah.
and you said vocational school, where I
Yeah.
thought had the most dreams.
The most
so
dreams,
you
over
actually
100.
chose most of
dreams.
the students from that school to come
Yeah,
to the concert.
yeah.
And I'm very happy that you did that because these are the children that are less fortunate in a lot of ways, but are so talented. So I applaud you for having chosen most of the vocational training school
Yeah.
students to come to your concert.
I gave them all a ticket. Every kid that came and wrote, it was a competition, right? Competition. I don't even
Right.
like to call it competition. It was just, you know, if you want something, you gotta do something for it, right? So I told them to write or draw your dream. And I expected so many more dreams from other big schools. But vocational, over 100 dreams. And my initial idea was to give 50 tickets per school. But I was like, no, 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 no.
Right.
I went there at 7 o'clock at assembly, and I gave them each, those kids, one by one. I called their name, shook their hand, and commended, told them something about their dream that I had in my hand. And I gave them the ticket, and I told them, I'll see you Sunday. And they came in the masses, and even the rough boys that barely want to come up, you know, after the show, they came and shook, it was good, it was good. I was like, oh my gosh, you're here too? Because I, you know, one-on-one with them. And that was really, really cool. You know, the fact that was possible, you know, that was really great because I see myself in them, myself with my dream. And and having just being able to have them come on stage. Like at first it was really like, okay, no one wanted to come on stage to sing, but then once one person came and then another teenager came and another, and they're like, oh, me too, and then oh, me too, and oh. I was like, okay.
So before we finalize our program now, your final words to St. Martin before we close today. And you can look in that camera to do that.
My final words, not final because you hear a lot more words, are
on my program today.
This awesome program, A Better Place, is, you know, if you want a better place, start with yourself. And don't stop until you get what it is that will make you happy. And if you can do it in a positive way, you know, that can benefit others, you know, think about what you want, think about how you're going to get there. Take the time to think about how you're going to get there, whether it's the single mother that has 3 kids that her dream is to make sure they go to college. That is a valid dream. So everything you do right now is to enable that dream. And that's what you should focus on. Know what it is you want and just go for it.
Well, Mischu, thank you so much for having been a part of A Better Place once again.
Thank you.
It was awesome, the first program we did on motivation, and now we're talked about your singing career. I want to wish you God's blessings in your continued success, because I know it doesn't stop here. You will continue, and you will continue to be a motivation and a blessing to others. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And to you, the viewing audience, thanks for once again having been a part of A Better Place. Stay tuned for our future programs. I am your host, Ange.